Today, we're digging into one of the biggest career questions out there: entrepreneur versus employee. And believe me, it's way more than just a job title. It's really a fundamental choice about how you want to live your professional life, the control you want, the risks you're willing to take, the whole shebang. So, let's just get right to it with a question for you. Are you the person who wants to dream up the ship, design it, and build it from scratch? Or are you the one who thrives on making that ship sail perfectly, navigating the waters and getting it to its destination? Knowing the answer, well, that's everything. To figure that out, we've got to get to the bottom of the real difference here. And you know what? It all really boils down to three big ideas: control, responsibility, and risk. Let's break them down. First up, the entrepreneur. This is the person who kicks things off, the organizer, the one in the driver's seat. But here's the key: they carry the full weight of it all. When things go right, great. But when they go wrong, yep, the buck stops right there with them. And on the flip side, you've got the employee. Now, they work inside a structure that's already built. Their role is defined, their tasks are clear, and in return for their expertise, they get something really important: a stable, predictable paycheck. So if you strip it all down, it kind of looks like this. The entrepreneur is the one who writes the playbook and designs the game. The employee, they're the star player on the field, executing those plays to win. One initiates and manages, the other follows set roles to make it all happen. All right, definitions are one thing, but let's see how this stuff actually plays out in the real world. We're going to look at a tale of two roles, both working inside the very same company. So let's imagine a bustling digital marketing agency. It's the perfect setting, really, to see how these two roles don't just exist side by side. They actually need each other to get anything done. The entrepreneur, the founder of this agency, is probably up at night thinking about the big picture stuff. What's our strategy for next year? How are our finances? How do we grow? Meanwhile, the employee is the one making it all happen today. They're the powerhouse executing campaigns, talking to clients, and keeping the lights on. You see? Both are absolutely essential. But see, these different jobs aren't just about what you do. They're about how you think. They come from two totally different mindsets. And this gets right to the heart of it all: how you look at risk, what you consider a reward, and what truly motivates you. And that leads us to the first massive difference: control. The entrepreneur operates with total autonomy. It's their vision, their goals. The employee, on the other hand, works best within an existing framework. It provides clarity and direction. You could almost call it freedom versus focus. And that difference in control changes what gets you out of bed in the morning. An entrepreneur is fueled by uncertainty because they know that big risk can lead to a massive reward. An employee, well, they're often motivated by the opposite: the security and peace of mind that comes from a steady, reliable income. So what we have here are two very different but equally valid mindsets. Let's just put them side by side and see how they stack up. So here it is, the big breakdown. For the entrepreneur, you're giving up stability to get full autonomy and a shot at a huge payoff. For the employee, you're trading that high-risk, high-reward world for structure and security. It really comes down to whether your focus is on the big picture vision or on flawless day-to-day execution. Okay, but, and this is a big but, here's where things get a little more interesting. It's not always this clean, this black and white. These two paths, they're actually not mutually exclusive at all. Which brings up the big question, right? Do you really have to pick a lane and just stay in it for your entire career? Well, the answer is a resounding no. In fact, if you look at some of the most successful entrepreneurs out there, a ton of them started out as employees. I mean, think about it. It's the perfect training ground. You get deep industry experience, you build a network, and you basically learn the ropes on someone else's dime before you take that big leap yourself. But hold on, because this isn't a one-way street. You don't even have to quit your day job to start thinking and acting like an entrepreneur. And this brings us to this really cool idea called intrapreneurship. This is where an employee acts like an entrepreneur, but inside a big company. They're the ones pushing for new ideas, creating new projects, and shaking things up from within. You get the safety net of a job with the thrill of creating something new. It's kind of the best of both worlds. So what does this all mean when we zoom out? Well, it shows us that these two roles aren't enemies fighting for the same space. They're actually two essential parts of this incredible symbiotic relationship that powers our entire economy. I just love this quote because it sums up the partnership perfectly. Entrepreneurs are the ones who create the opportunities, but it's the employees who make sure those opportunities actually become a reality through incredible efficiency and execution. You absolutely need both.
And that's really the big takeaway here. They're not rivals. They are two complementary pillars. One can't stand for very long without the other. Together, they hold up the whole system.
When you look at it this way, it's a pretty powerful formula. Entrepreneurs are the engine of innovation, new ideas, new markets. Employees are the engine of productivity, making things better, faster, stronger. And when you put that innovation and that productivity together, that's what creates lasting prosperity for everyone. So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a final thought. Take a hard look at your own career. Which of these roles truly defines you right now? And maybe even more important, which path are you building toward for your future? There's no right or wrong answer. There's only the one that's right for you.